Oh god, skeletons. Run away, Link, run away. Now that is something I really don't like about this game, is the fucking skeleton enemies that pop out at night. Because, you know, pretty much everywhere that isn't like a settlement or like indoors, like a shrine or something, the overworld basically, pretty much everywhere in the overworld, it's like fair game. I think it's actually maybe only places where there are grass. I'm not sure if they appear in the snowy areas or like Death Mountain actually. I don't recall actually. I think it might only be grassy areas, but still, that still covers like a good chunk of the map, so it's still annoying. But yeah, I could have sworn they were a little more persistent. I was surprised that they stopped following me and stopped spawning, but maybe it's because there's like another enemy camp nearby. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's a thing. But yeah, I just could have sworn they were more persistent. Because I know sometimes I do have memories of running away from these guys, and they'll they'll kind of like despawn, but then respawn, like coming after me, like burrowing back in the ground, coming back up and chasing me, like the same like 3 stall enemies, stuck goblins, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, I do love utilizing stuff like bees or like metal boxes with my magnetism rune. I don't do it too often, but when I do it, I have a good time. I find it fun. Stupid little goblins. I didn't even bother to kill them. I just took some honey. I think I took one of their weapons or one of their bows. Yeah, and ran. Bye. Stupid goblins. I believe I mentioned this in the last video, but here in this video I finish up the Great Plateau, get the rest of the shrines done, watch the end cutscene, or the last cutscene of the plateau rather. And I don't quite go on my way until next time, but still. You know, thinking about it, I still have not gotten that 3rd EX chest. I know where it is now, I just keep forgetting to get it. It's just some bomb arrows, but I mean, those are useful, so. Yeah, I do remember there is one side quest that requires like 100 something rush rooms. Yeah, I need to, like, whenever I see those, I gotta make sure to get them. And I admit I do get a little bit lost in this video, because the thing is, I haven't played this game before starting this playthrough. I haven't played this game for like a year, so I can't quite remember everything. You know, like where exactly everything is, and like, hey old man, I can't, poor guy. But do ghosts even need sleep? I'm a little skeptical on that, but whatever. Yeah, it sucks. Stuff like the good stuff never comes out of those little pots, like rupees. That would be nice. Yeah, it is surprisingly hard to find rupees in this game. Like you don't find them as often as you do in the others. It's a little unusual. Yeah, but yeah, one thing I also need to do is stock up on these and stamella shrooms and make a whole bunch of like stamina regenerating dishes, because I believe I mentioned this again, but I can't always remember what I mentioned. But I will be getting the Master Sword before I enter any Divine Beast, which means I need to forego getting stamina in place of hearts when I turn in my Spirit Orbs, to get the Master Sword as fast as I can. So yeah, I'm not gonna be boosting my stamina anytime soon. I had to do it. He was right there. I just had to. Poor little bird. I can't feel bad for it. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, so I need to stock up on stamella shrooms and rush rooms, if only for that one side quest. Yeah. Yeah, I should also probably look up other side quests and keep track of other, items that I need. Because I record ahead of time, so I'm up to video 5 in terms of gameplay recording. And I have a side quest where I need to get a bunch of restless crickets, but I don't have that many. I only had like 1 or 2. Yeah, I need to like look up side quests and just look at the ones where I need to gather like X amount of whatever item, and kind of keep an eye out for those. Don't sell them off or cook them or anything. Yeah, I need to do that, because before this playthrough, again, I think I mentioned this, but it has been like a year since I played this game, so I can't quite remember everything. If I repeat things, it's because this is the second attempt to do this recording, because the video player kind of bugged out on me. So apologies if I repeated something. Yeah, move out of my way, old man, or I'll cut you down along with the tree. Fuck you, tree. Alright. Yeah, but, yeah. You are a ghost, so it's not like you need fire. Alright. So, did he, like, construct that little shack himself? Like I get he's kind of playing into the part, but his role-playing is a little bit excessive at times, it seems. But whatever. And I do like how all the wood is all already bundled up after you cut it down. I wish it was like that in real life. That'd be very convenient. Yeah, I mean, I know why. That would fucking suck if you had to, you know, like tie up all the bundles of wood you find. That would not be fun. But at any rate, yeah. So I gotta cook the. Yeah. Sometimes I just cook up like a whole bunch of nuts if I have them, or acorns rather. Yeah, I mean, 2 hearts is better than nothing. I mean, you know, there's early on. You know, anything that's that heals more than 3 hearts is kind of a waste. I say as I dump 5 mushrooms into the thing. But I mean, I'll be getting that many hearts sooner or later, so it'll be nice to have ahead of time. But yeah, like this early on, anything that of course anything that heals more than 3 hearts is useless. Technically, anything more than like 2.5, but you get what I mean. Hurry up, old man. Jesus. Stop laughing at me. Maybe I'll laugh at you, see how you like it. Stupid old white beard. Fuck you. Yeah. You're a ghost. I know. But, yeah, I need to get him his, like, little... I forget what the dish is called, but he essentially asked me to get a dish for him. I think I had to, like, read it up in the book. In his little shack, in his little diary. Yeah, and not good. Fuck you. It's remarkable. You know it. You suck. Yeah, just stand on top of the table as I just kind of glance down and read. Yeah, so is this like a fucking test that he put in the diary just in case Link decided to read through his stuff, or... Yeah, now that I think about it. Or maybe it's the old man whose form the king takes, who died long ago, and I'm reading way too into this, I know. I understand that. So. But, yeah, so basically just cook up the meal for him. It's a Hylian bass or whatever it's called, a raw meat, and a spicy pepper. Hyro bass. Alright. Cook it up. There we go. I do love the little cooking animation. How like Link hums to it. It's very nice. Gives him a lot, a little bit more personality. One day I really hope that one day Nintendo just makes a game where Link just has a defined personality, like more than just being heroic, or like sometimes goofy. Like give him like some. Yeah, I got the warm doublet. I mean, you don't have to get this now. I mean, you could just make, anti-cold dishes and just kind of stock up on them. But I figured this was easier, and it saves me from having to buy it or find it somewhere else later on. So, might as well. Yeah, it's the easier method. But yeah. But like most Links, even like Toon Link, who's like the most expressive and most like dare I say, animated of all the Links. Even then, his personality still boils down to nice kid who's also heroic and courageous. That's still like 99% of his personality. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Toon Link to death, but aside from goofy facial expressions, there's not too much else to him. Though that is a welcome treat to have him be so like lively and energetic, especially compared to like pretty much every other Link. I mean, they will make expressions, but like aside from Toon Link, most of the time they're pretty stoic. I am waiting for the day where Nintendo decides to just kind of like bite the bullet and just make a Link that has like a big defined personality. Maybe not have him voice, because I know a lot of fans would not like that, and they would have to pick like the perfect voice actor for that. But well, I guess in Japan it doesn't matter because it feels like sub people will eat any kind of voice acting up. But anyway, I do watch subs. I'm not like a dub purist or anything, but it feels like it is a little annoying. It feels like no matter what, the sub is just infinitely better in every way, shape, or form. It's like Like, even if the voice isn't even that good, they're just like, it's the perfect voice. It captures the emotion. It's like, okay, it's not that good. Whatever. It sounds generic. Come on. Get higher standards. But whatever. But I say that as I have very low voice standards. Like the dub for this game doesn't bother me, but I think I do just have kind of a low standard for voice acting. But anyway, sub purists can be kind of annoying. Point is, I guess I was thinking English voice actor, really. If they don't get the perfect English voice actor, but I don't think Nintendo really cares what we think over here about the voice acting, especially in the dub. Yeah, I skipped over that restroom. What the fuck, past me? Come on, it was right there. But the point is, like, I guess if they don't have his personality down exactly, or like give him one that like all the fans love, it'll probably not go over well. But it would be nice if they made more of an attempt. Yeah, maybe like in Skyward Sword, they gave him like more dynamic dialogue options. Like you could make fun of Groos's hair at the very beginning, and I thought that was really funny. It gives him a little bit more personality. It makes him a little snarky, you know. And here, there's a couple like you can like insistently ask for the paraglider. Be like, can I please have it now? How about now? Can I have it now? And in the Gerudo area, you can make a bunch of Sealo puns. So that's something, but still, it's most of the time he's just silent, quote unquote, even though he has dialogue options. The silent protagonist who most of the time he pretty much either like asks just asks questions or just goes yes or no. That's still most of his dialogue options. Most of it is still just like yes, no, I don't know, Calamity Ganon. That's most of it's still that. It would be nice if we just got like this is Link. He's like a 3-dimensional character. He has like a past. He has family. He has. Most of the time his family isn't even acknowledged. Like in this game, his family, his father gets like one brief mention, and that's it. And like in the NES days, his family barely gets mentioned. Ocarina of Time, we know about his mom, but his dad's a mystery. That sort of thing. And like in Wind Waker, we don't know what happened to his real parents. We just, he just has his grandma and sister, which was nice. It was nice giving him like a good parental figure and, a sister. That a nice little. Link deserves it. Most of the time, he's just like an only child, or not. Well, yeah, it's sometimes only child, but most of the time he doesn't even have parents. Like in Spirit Tracks, he doesn't have any parents, no siblings, no family to speak of. What the hell? But oh yeah, I guess I should probably stop out stasis, shouldn't I? It is clever. I do like the idea of it. Yeah, I don't need that. I do like the idea of stasis, just being able to freeze up enemies or objects, but you can upgrade it to affect enemies later on. I do like that. Just hit like big objects all at once, and then the momentum kind of builds up. I do like that, or the kinetic energy, whatever it is. I'm not a very smart person. I don't know about these kind of things. Yeah, get ready to see that little blurb. Your inventory is full. I constantly have a full inventory. But anyway. Yeah, so hopefully, I don't know if they'll do it in Breath of the Wild 2. Probably not. But it would be nice to have, a non-stoic, adult Link who has, a defined personality and, Again, I don't know about voice acting because I know a lot of people will probably not like that. Even though I wouldn't mind it. Obviously they would have to be very careful with the personality they give him along with that voice. But me personally, I'd be fine with it. I think it's maybe about time. I don't know. I don't really. I'm not overly fond of silent protagonists. Especially in non-RPG games. I'm pretty sure Nintendo had the idea that you're supposed to kind of roleplay as Link, or kind of put your personality and your self into him as a blank slate. But does anyone actually do that? I've never ever done that, not once with any Link. When I was a kid growing up to now, I've just never done it, and I don't know anyone that does it. I'm sure there's people out there that do that. I've never encountered one ever that actually does that. I feel like most people would prefer to give Link his own personality that's separate from theirs. I don't know. Again, that's just what I've seen. If there's people out there who kind of role play as Link or whatever, more power to you. But I've never met someone that actually does that. All right, bye bye, monkey. I meant as in, yeah, never mind. You get what I meant by that. Yeah, no, I won't watch all those cutscenes every time. After this video, I'll pretty much cut down on all the shrine cutscenes, really, because just same shit, different shrine. In any case, only one to go. And it's way up on the mountain there. Yeah, this is where I get a little bit lost because I could have sworn the entrance to like the mountain area was like way like to the north end of the plateau. I don't know why. I do get a Korok seed out of it though, which is nice. But speaking of Link's family, there is concept art of his father, who's like he's like a giant. If I recall right, he's like a giant. He's like 2 feet taller than Link is, and I believe he also had a sister too, in the concept art. Nothing about his mom though, as far as I can recall. But yeah, if I remember to, I'll put up a little picture of the concept art on the screen around here if I remember to do that. But I don't know. I guess because like I'm kind of tired of Link just kind of being like the bare bones kind of character. He's the hero. He's stoic. He's nice. He does good things because he's the hero. It's like that's all well and good, I guess, but it would be nice to have a little bit more every once in a while. Especially because he's like such a famous character. Like even Mario has more stuff to that than that. Not much, but still more. It certainly helps that we've only had one Mario and about a dozen Links, so that helps. Because again, Toon Link is nice. I do love how expressive he is. Man, I would kill for a fourth Toon Link game. Yeah, make it a console game. Give us a Switch, game. As maybe a sequel to Spirit Tracks, maybe something between Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. I don't really care. Just something, just not on the DS, please, or 3DS, whatever. Make it a console game, please. I beg of you, Nintendo. Oh well. Miyamoto is watching this right now. Hear my plea. I just know it. All right, but in any case. Enough bitching about Link. Well, nah, it's nothing. I was just gonna ponder if I could pick a voice actor for him, who would I pick? I have no idea. I kind of imagining him having more of like a kind of generic voice, I guess. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like that kind of fits him. Just kind of like a generic like heroic voice, or no, not like big boisterous heroic, but just kind of like a kind soul that you can tell he's a kind soul, but he's still kind of he's still toned down and stoic, or maybe not even stoic, but just kind of like non-bombastic, But whatever. Okay. Now I'm done talking about Link and his personality, for now. Okay. I swear to God, last thing. I do kind of like how they actually gave him an excuse for it. It's like in this game, it's like, well, he just does it so he can act tough on his job, which is like, I guess at least that's a reason, It is nice, I suppose, that they actually gave an excuse for it. And I guess it does also kind of serve to show how how he's different now that he has amnesia. Because again, he'll hum along as he cooks. He'll make seal puns. He does some goofy stuff. He clearly doesn't care about being like totally stoic anymore. Even though that's still how he is mostly in cutscenes, though. But what can you do? Yeah, for some reason I thought the entrance to the mountain area was like way up here. But again, I do get a Korok seed out of it, so I guess that's not a total loss. And as I'm wandering about, I'm just gonna go over the voice actress for Zelda, or the mysterious voice in the last video. Who, even if someone didn't know anything about this game, would obviously know is Zelda, who was voiced by Patricia Somerset. I looked into her voice acting career. I couldn't find anything like really noteworthy or things I would know would be noteworthy. I don't know. She's Ash from Rainbow Six Siege. I never played that. I don't know if she's an important character, or if anyone will know who the heck Ash is. But she's Ash. And the King, I'll just go over the King right now while I'm doing this. He will be talking in a cutscene later on in this video. He's Bill Rogers. Again, he doesn't have too much to him. He's a Urian, I believe that's pronounced, from Street Fighter V. He's also Brock from Pokemon. But unfortunately, I thought this was the case, but it is not. I thought he was the original Brock, but he's the one that started around 2006, which is disappointing. Oh well. Are bones that flammable? I don't know. But some advice he should have given to Link, you know, Link, if you're ever in the rain, use your frying pan as a drying pan. That would have been some great advice to give. Yeah, my Boko shield burned the fuck up. I actually die here of my own fuck up. You'll see. It was kind of embarrassing. It's right around here. I'm actually legitimately kind of embarrassed about it, but I decided to keep it in because it's actually kind of funny too. At least I think so. It was so sudden, it kind of caught me off guard. Yeah. Also, Bill Rogers. He's also like a whole bunch of Pokemon, but I don't really include that because they don't really like talk. Really, they just kind of say their name. It's not really, you know. Yeah, there we go. It kind of caught me off guard. I'm like, whoa, whoa. It bounced back so fast. I didn't even have time to like think about it before I pressed the detonation button. I don't know. Yeah, and of course I'll go over more voice actors as their characters get introduced. Yeah. Unfortunately, like a couple of them just don't have like very many roles to talk about. Like Impa's, I think Impa's voice actress who I haven't looked up yet. I don't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, I looked into it. I don't think she has a single other voice role aside from Impa. And for those who aren't who haven't like watched like my Kingdom Hearts series where I talk about voice actors a lot, when I go over voice actors, I generally stick to voice roles. Like, yeah, I'll acknowledge sometimes that of course they have roles in like live action stuff, but I mostly focus on the voice acting. Like, I don't know if Patricia Somerset has like a bunch of like live action roles or like, you know, like stage performances. I don't know. I didn't look into that because that's not what I'm focusing on. I mean, if they're like really famous, I'll mention it. Like Christopher Lloyd, I mentioned. You know, he's Doc Brown. You know, Uncle Fester. You know, who else? Judge Doom from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. But I usually just skip the voice roles. That's just how I like to do it. So let's see. Was it worth all the trouble to get this? Oh yeah, okay, fire arrows. That's pretty cool. Bomb arrows are cool though. Yeah, the bomb arrows are behind the shrine at the very tippy top of the mountain for the the EX chest. If you have all that, yeah. And I'll be doing all the DLC stuff eventually. Yeah, I mean like once I reach like Zoro's domain and like I'm ready to enter that divine beast, I'm pretty much gonna stop doing anything story related for a while and just like go do shrines and other optional stuff. So. Relatively soon, I'm gonna pretty much just drop the story and just go do a whole bunch of optional shit, So, there'll be like a stretch of probably like 10 videos where I make zero story progress. I guess as a warning, I suppose. Just going doing shrines because I got to build up my hearts because I don't want to enter any divine beasts until I have the Master Sword. And of course, I got to fully upgrade the Master Sword, which I admit I've never been able to do. I think I managed to get through the second of the upgrades, but I never gotten through the third one. Never. It's too hard for me. If I recall right, I think they like strip you of your healing items or something. They restrict your inventory in some way. I know that much, but I can't recall the specifics. But it sucks either way. I'm not very good at that. But. I mean, yeah, if I could bring in any item I want, it'd be a cakewalk, but alas, I cannot, unfortunately. Yeah, for some reason I thought that, like, white strip there was at the entrance. I don't know why. I believe that is a bridge that, you have to, reach, cross to, get to the top. And there's a Keese. Creepy fuckers. They only got one eye in this game for some reason. They're cycloptic. Yeah, I do love that like fantasy trope of just taking an animal and just naming it something else. Because in most games, Keese are just bats. I mean, like in this game, they're a bit more monstrous looking with the one eye, but like their entire body is like this one eye. But in a lot of games, they're just bats, but they have this special name for some reason. I find funny. Yay! Yeah, I found you. But fuck you, Korok. Yeah, I thought maybe I could just bullshit my way up here, but no. Even with that Stamel, yeah, I'm like, can I make it up there? Probably not. Yeah, until I get far enough where I'm able to increase my stamina wheel. Get used to see me like climb halfway up something, decide, I don't have enough for this, and then climb back down. That's gonna happen relatively often. I know it happens at least like 2 or 3 more times in the next like 2 or 3 videos. Yeah, I'm bad at gauging that. Like, can I really get up here? I'm at such low health. I don't want to like take a bunch of fall damage. It's this early on, because that if I take like 2 hearts of damage, that's like half my health. And might do that thing where like Lake ragdolls and he like falls when he falls on the ledge and then he kind of rolls and falls off another ledge, takes more damage. I mean that happens sometimes. When he goes all ragdoll-y, so want to make sure that doesn't happen. Yeah, I see you, Death Mountain. I'm coming for you eventually. How about I just fuck it? I'll just go straight to Calamity Ganon. Yeah, fuck all this shit. Oh boy, that would not end well. And I've seen people do it, but I don't wanna. I don't wanna do it. I wanna do it properly. Alright, bye-bye, old man. I'm gonna go up on the top of the mountain. See you. Yeah. Of course, the actual entrance is like 5 feet from the Shrine of Resurrection. I just somehow forgot. But again, at least I got a Korok seed out of it, even though I'm not gonna aim to get all of them. But still, it's still nice. I have been thinking of maybe getting enough so that I get the all the inventory items or inventory slots, but I don't know. That's still a lot. I think you still have to get like 400 Korok seeds for that. So that's a fucking lot of seeds. Like even if I just do like a video where it's just like me just like without commentary, because there would not be too much to talk about. Like of just me just collecting all like just nothing but me getting Korok seeds. Like imagine all the editing I would have to do for that. Like all like the tiny little video clips I have to make. I don't know. It just that part especially doesn't sound worth it. But just all the time it would take too. Like even in like my last little like file that I overwrote with this one. I had beaten the game. I got the 5th Divine Beast. I got most of the shrines. Yada yada yada. But even at that point, I didn't get enough Korok seeds for all inventory slots. So I'm probably not gonna do it here. Yeah, it's something I was thinking about, but I'm leaning more towards not gonna fucking happen. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck was Nintendo thinking with. I guess they just wanted to be assholes. They just wanted to be trolls, with that. Just put in 900 Korok seeds just for the completionists, Poor Gerard. the completionist, poor bastard, had to collect all those Korok seeds. And, well, everyone else, but, Gerard's the only one I care about. Fuck all the rest of you. His big, bushy beard has mesmerized me. Yeah, no, the ice choo-choo. I somehow forgot that they do that. Yeah, another little detail I forgot is the, little temperature meter freezes over if Link is. That's actually really funny. I somehow forgot that the white choo-choos explode into like an icy mist when you kill them. You would think I would remember that, but no. My memory isn't too good. I sometimes genuinely worry about my poor memory, but oh well. Oh well. Not like I'll be able to remember to do anything about it. Yeah. But I'm almost there. Then I can finally get the Cryo. What's it called? The Cryo? I know Cryo's cold. I remember that. I forgot what the rune is called. I don't know. I just look at the symbols. I don't look up what they're called. Well, I guess, stasis, magnetism, bomb. That's a lot easier to remember. Because I'm dumb. But I'm a big dummy. Yeah, there's some Guardian. What the hell were the Guardians doing all the way up here? Were there, like, houses up here? I highly doubt it. Whatever. Whatever, stupid Guardians. Yeah, I know there was a little encampment over there, but I didn't want to bother. At least I don't think I do. I don't know. Yeah, I think I just skip over it. I'm not gonna go after like every enemy encampment, especially because most of the time you don't even get very much out of it. I mean, yeah, you can plunder their weapons, but that's generally about it. If there was a bigger prize involved, maybe, but oh well. When I stop to think about it, I'm skipping out on like half the game, even though I still want to do all the shrines and all the side quests and stuff. Because, you know, I guess percentage-wise, I'm still missing out on like half the game because I'm refusing to do all the Korok seeds. I'd be surprised if I even get like 50 of them. I'll be perfectly honest. If I get 50 Korok seeds, that would surprise me. Because for the most part, I'm not going to go out of my way to get one. If I happen to come across an area where I know, like, oh, I can get a Korok seed here. I remember this. Or if it's just deathly obvious, I'll probably go for it. But, you know, that thing earlier in this video, that was a complete fluke. I didn't even know there was a Korok seed up there until I had reached that part of the map. Until I saw those stones, I'm like, oh yeah, there's a Korok seed here, huh? Nice. You know, that was a complete fluke. That's never going to happen again. I'm never going to go out of my way that far to get a Korok seed. Uh-oh, boulders. Nice try. The goblins weren't even anywhere near the ledge. Who did that then? If not them, then who? Ghosts, probably. Mountain ghosts. They exist. For those of you who live in mountainous regions, you know, be warned, there are ghosts up there. Just saying. At any rate, had some steak. I remember I went to college in a little mountain town. It sucked. Yeah, my poor shield. Oh no, that was before I got set on fire, I believe. Rushing now. Yeah, no, that would make sense because I don't usually guard very much. Yeah, I'm a very offensive player. I very rarely guard. You know, like, I mean, I always have a shield, but I rarely. There probably won't be too many times where my shield breaks because I'm, you know, guarding from an attack. Unless it's me just, like, failing to do, like, a shield parry or, like, a dodge or something. Yeah, but it's behind here where that EX chest is. Yeah, so I could just teleport back here if I just keep forgetting to do it in the next couple of videos. Now it's bothering me. I think at the start of episode 6, I'm just going to go do it just to, you know, excuse me, just to settle the Chironus, okay. I know it's cryo. I mean, I can read. I'm literate. I promise. Cryonis. Yeah, I did remember a cryo is like ice, like freezing, whatever, cold. And a little droplet. Beep. Man, I got my iPhone all wet. Now it's broken. Cheap piece of shit. Cryonis. Yeah, I do like all the little runes, cause these are really like the, you know, these are like the hook shot and bow and arrow and like whip of, you know, Breath of the Wild. They're the items outside of dungeons that, you know, help further, like, you know, your exploration of the world and, you know, cleaning through the dungeons. But they don't actually appear, or you don't get them in any dungeons. You get them way before you encounter a real dungeon or anything close. Yeah, people count like the shrines as dungeons. I don't know. Mini dungeons at best, but even that feels generous with how I swear to God I can deflect the lasers of guardians, but the mini ones I forgot the timing for it, so I have a little bit of trouble. I do manage to get it eventually, but it takes me a couple of tries to get the pattern down. But yeah, you know, there we go. I practiced enough with the big guardians where I can, you know, parry their lasers back pretty consistently. I promise. I have some skill in this game. I swear. I do have some game talent with Breath of the Wild. I swear. But yeah. I mean, I could just go, you know, to Hyrule Castle. I'm not afraid of those guys, really. I'm not afraid of them or the yeah, and I know the chest was there. I just didn't really feel like going to get it. Yeah, because again, in the shrines, the chests, you know, they just contain weapons or like a thing of jewelry or something. It's not really worth it. Because they're always like items you can get elsewhere, so there's not really much point in obsessing over it. But in any case, last monk of the Great Plateau. Sort of, at least until the DLC. I think there were monks there, or like the monk boss you have to fight. Isn't he like over the Great Plateau or something? I honestly can't remember. But there we go, 4 Spirit Orbs. Yeah, I guess they're kind of like heart pieces. I was about to say I'm not really sure how I feel about like the whole Spirit Orb like mechanic, but I guess they're close enough to heart pieces. But unlike heart pieces, you can't find them in the overworld in any way. Like, you know, like in other games, you might be able to like bomb a wall or something, or they might be a reward for a side quest, but not here. Shrines or nothing? I understand, I guess. Yeah, I'm just not sure if I'm too terribly fond of it. What? There's nothing over there. Nothing close enough for you to be able to glide down here. You fucking cheater. Yay. Thank you for the complimental, man. What? Time for what? Oh, finally. Yeah, he gives you this little riddle, but he points you straight to the solution. He's like pointing right at the maybe not right at, but he's pointing towards the Temple of Time. Oh, what? Oh, fuck. But why? Why the riddle anyway? Just tell me where to go, old man. Stupid ghost. I fucking hate ghosts. Such assholes. They was like, oh, I'm haunting you. Why don't you use your ghostly powers for good, huh? Instead of being a fucking asshole about it, huh? Why don't you use your ghostly powers to do something productive with your fucking life? Afterlife, I suppose. Like, if I ever came back as a ghost, I would just, like... I would, like, just make my presence known to the entire world. But I don't think ghosts exist. I don't believe in ghosts. I do believe in the afterlife, but I don't believe in ghosts. Because I feel like if they existed, we would have gotten indisputable evidence of them by this point in time. You know, like those ghost hunter shows are such bullshit. You know, they're so clearly staged or faked in some way. Or you know, even worse, they actually believe what they're seeing on the cameras, like the dust particles, as the Spirit Orbs, are actual ghosts. You know, but I could go on a big rant about ghost hunting shows because I remember like growing up, my mom and one of my sisters was really into them, and I never liked them. I'm like, you know, this is all bullshit, right? They're like, no, it's real. At least my sister was. I don't know if she was just pulling my leg or not, but I like to think she's smarter than that. But you know, you never know. But I just never like to go to those ghost hunting shows. But I'll stop talking about that, and instead. Yeah, oh jeez. I don't know if that was my video player lagging or what. Because there are times I remember as I was recording there were some frame rate drops. Yeah, like really like egregious frame rate drops. Like I remember as I entered Kakariko Village, as I was like going on my way to Impa, I remember it was like a really like 2 or 3 second thing where a lot of the frames dropped. And it was on the TV too. It wasn't as I was, it wasn't like the video recording. It was on the TV. I mean, there's nothing I can really do about that, so I can, it's just something I have to deal with. Yeah, so that lag there, I don't know if that was just my video player fuck it up, if it was that laggy as I was recording, or if my video, or the recording thing kind of fucked up. Yeah, too bad I didn't get this earlier on. Might not have died from that bomb earlier or whatever, but, if I had these. Oh, well. I'll get armored up more later on, but yeah, armor's expensive. I do know about the as far as I know, this is still the only or this is still the best way to get money. But that snowball bowling game, I do know about that. You can get a lot of rupees from that. When I last played this game, that was like the best method of getting rupees. I don't know if that's still the case. I would assume so. I can't really think of too many other methods that would surpass that, but you never know. But of course, I can't really do that until later on, because the east side of Hyrule is like the easier one. The west part is like the more challenging area of the game. And of course, that mountain, that snowy area, is on the west side. So it's probably gonna be a while before I feel like I'm equipped enough to go over there. I'm especially gonna need warmer clothes. One warm piece of clothing is not gonna cut it. I'm gonna need more. But I need rupees for that, but I can't, I don't know a fantastic way to get rupees before playing that bowling minigames, unless, aside from selling stuff, but, that's still kind of a pain. So I'm just kind of trapped in this loop and I'm miserable and I don't like it. But really, yeah, since when the fuck was there a giant statue of Hylia within the Temple of Time? What the hell? Oh yeah, I kind of looked into it a little bit. Nintendo did say that this game takes place after Ocarina of Time, and I also read that I probably should have looked beforehand, but apparently on Nintendo's official site or like this game's official site, they list Breath of the Wild at the end of all 3 timelines. So it clearly doesn't fucking matter where this lies. It's sometime after Ocarina of Time, which is kind of, I feel like anyone can figure that out. And yeah, hi old man, I see you. Yeah, I see your little ghostly flames. I see it. I see that. Fucking cheater. He just uses ghost powers to teleport. I gotta do all the hard work and climb this ladder. What the fuck? Whatever. I don't have to deal with this motherfucker for much longer. Nah, I don't care. I don't dislike him. I have to admit though, the champions, I don't know. They didn't really win me over. Daruk is really the only champion I actually like. I'll be perfectly honest. But I'll get more into that later on. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't hate the other champions, but Daruk's the only one I'm like, oh yeah, I like this guy.
Well done there, young one.
Oh, he can talk.
Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am.
So you're not just a hobo? Well, what the fuck? Now I'm disappointed. Yeah, try saying that name 3 times fast. I'll just call him the king.
A kingdom which no longer exists.
Oh, what? Oh, got my eyes. Fuck. Jesus. Damn it. Ah. Oh, jeez. Okay. I'm good now. I do like how even the good guys get their little title cards now, not just the bosses. I don't know what it is, but I'm just a sucker for like little title cards as like characters appear. Like in Yakuza, you know? Like, it was such and such, patriarch of the whatever family. Every time that comes on, I'm just like, ooh. I don't know what that noise is supposed to suggest aside from general excitement, but... You call me some kind of bitch? Huh? You trying to call me a pussy? What's wrong with you?
Forgive me.
No.
I think you are now ready.
Whatever.
Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago.
I do. I wish that the big Calamity Ganon, the big smog monster, you know, this guy here that's gonna appear in a second. I wish he would like fly around like all the time because I love seeing him fly about. It's really cool to me. Again, I'm so disappointed you never actually fight this thing. Oh well.
Stories of Ganon were passed from generation.
Yeah, how fucking old is this kingdom? At least 10,000 years, assuming it never got conquered or fallen, fallen permanently at any point before this, and at least in Breath of the Wild timeline.
The signs of a resurrection of
whatever. Yeah, when did he become Calamity Ganon? Maybe we'll find that out in Breath of the Wild too. As far as I recall, it's never explained in this game when he became Calamity Ganon. Because, obviously, as anyone who's a Zelda fan will know, he's never called that outside this game. So that's a little odd. Yeah, I do hope we get a little bit more backstory. Maybe like a little bit more of a peek into the 10,000 year, the events of 10,000 years ago in Breath of the Wild too. I'm sure we will, because, Ganondorf's going to be a part of it. So.
We also found the Guardian.
Ain't right.
An army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously.
Yeah, I wish we had this shit in like Ocarina of Time. That would have saved Link a lot of trouble. Poor little bastard. Real talk though, I do like sympathize with Ocarina of Time. Like I really feel bad for that kid. His life just fucking sucks. More than like any other Link, I feel like, except maybe this one. Yeah, Link looks a little bit weird here. Like it looks like his skin is like red, and he has like red hair too, which is odd.
There was a princess set to inherit
a princess, you say?
And a skilled knight at her side.
A skilled knight, eh?
It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path.
My ancestors' path. Okay. Psycho Mantis. Yeah, again, I'm not too big on the champions or their descendants, really. Like, of the descendants, Sidon's pretty much the only one I like, and from the champions, Daruk's pretty much the only one I like. Again, I don't really hate any of them, but they don't really do it for me. I appreciate what they were trying to do, but I just. Yeah, I gotta gather up those memories too. I'll get into how I'm gonna do that because I can't get the memories in order. Because number 8, you have to go to Hyrule Castle, and I don't want to go to Hyrule Castle until I'm, got all the divine beasts captured and stuff, or reactivated, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm kind of fucked. I can't do it in order, even though I really want to. Oh well. I hesitate to use the term OCD, but it bothers the fuck out of me. I have to admit, as much as I prefer the normal dungeons, I did like appreciate what they did with the divine beasts as dungeons. How you could kind of like change them or like position them differently to make the dungeon change around them. That was a pretty neat concept, I will admit. Though I kind of prefer regular dungeons over them, but it was still a pretty nifty thing. Damn.
However, the princess
She'll punch him right in the snout. Oh.
Link, you are our final hope.
You know, it bothers the fuck out of me that Zelda has this accent, but her father doesn't really. Or at least not as heavy as. Let me listen to his voice again.
That princess was my own daughter.
Yeah, I guess it's a little bit there, but it's a lot more exaggerated with Zelda.
Knight who protected her.
Yeah, at the very least, with Zelda, it's way more exaggerated, which bothers the heck out of me.
Was none other than you, Link.
But whatever.
You fought valiantly.
Yeah, see, like he barely reacts to it. He kind of like glances down and that's it. He doesn't really seem to give a shit otherwise.
Here you now stand,
whatever.
revitalized 100 years later.
Again, it probably isn't the best idea to give give Link a voice, considering the last time he had a voice. But you know, I personally wouldn't mind it, but I know a lot of fans would. So I'm sure obviously the majority is what Nintendo's concerned about there. I'm sure.
Once that happens,
yeah, but it is still surreal to have fully voiced cutscenes in a Zelda game. That I don't mind. I don't mind the voice acting, but I'm not sure if it's a good idea for Link. It's that kind of thing where once you do it, you can't go back. If you do that, you can't go back to a mute Link, or a voiceless Link, aside from battle grunts and stuff. I feel like that's just the point of no return. Toon Link's little come on, that doesn't count, of course. Or Wind Waker Link. Because, Spirit Track Link doesn't talk like that. Poor little mute kid. It always makes me roll my eyes when people seem to genuinely think that Link is mute. Because it is a thing I see people like, oh yeah, he's definitely like canonically mute. It's like he replies to people's like, he says more than yes or no, which could be done in like a shaking of the head or a nodding. Yeah. And I will, of course. Again, I believe I mentioned this, but I'm gonna just be going like, for the most part, I'm gonna go straight through story stuff for the next couple of videos. I will make a couple of side trips, but for the most part, it's just following the main story. Because it is kind of the easier way to do it. Because if you go west, especially, that's not a good idea. You'll get your ass kicked. Well, I mean, even if you're really good at dodging and stuff, your weapons are still really weak, so it's still kind of hard to do stuff. Like fighting Lionels aren't a problem for me, but my weapons are so weak that I would never be able to kill one, because I just wouldn't be able to get his health down low enough before my weapon breaks. I'm actually pretty good at dodging their attacks. Doing like the perfect dodge. All right, bye bye, Kingy Dingy. See you later. Yeah, Link just doesn't react to that. Just like, oh, okay. But yep, there we go. Great Plateau is finished. But yeah, so I did like how they had this little tutorial area here, and once you're done with it, you could technically go wherever you want. Though again, going pretty much going like to the west or the south is a bad idea. Of course, if you go north, you also go to Hyrule Castle where all the Guardians are. So yeah, you could go wherever you want, but unless you're really good at the game, it might be a bad idea to go anywhere except where the game tells you. So, yeah. I mean, I appreciate. I mean, yeah. Like most directions you can go in right now is a bad idea because your weapons and armor are just too weak. Because again, even if you're like an expert at fighting Lionels, it doesn't matter because if I fought a Lionel without getting hit a single time, it wouldn't matter because I don't have the weapons necessary to kill one because they're too weak. They'll all break before its health is even half down. So it's just pointless. But at any rate, that was good stuff. So of course next time I'll just kind of start making my way to Kakariko Village. I won't quite reach it until episode 4. I make a side stop or two on the way. So that's gonna be that. So I'll see you next time for more Breath of the Wild. See you then.